Hello again, everybody, and welcome to another episode. This is number 17 of breaking a 1971 Topps vending box from Series 2. We've gone over 200 cards, not quite half the box of 500 cards. These are some of the highlights of what we've drawn. I've done a video so far of all of them. I thought this is something like a once-in-a-lifetime thing, so better get it on video and go ahead and put it on YouTube. Been asked by a few people how I can not just open the whole thing all at once, and yeah, it is very tempting. Here is the box, but I more thought that this is going to be fun if I just can kind of milk it along, almost like opening a pack at a time, taking my time through it. By doing that, well, it's gonna take a while, but that way we get to have lots of fun lots of times. And, you know, I was one of those kids that when I got my Halloween candy, it was like Christmas before I probably finished it, because I did usually like to just kind of milk it along as well. Kind of save the Snickers and that kind of stuff for later. So this time for luck, we are going to put out the first Hall of Fame class. It's kind of one of my first things as an adult that I collected, was trying to get all the Hall of Famers a card while they played. We take a little look at all those cards as we get through of it. Took a pinch of cards out of this box. We'll go through it and we'll see what we get. So pretty nice Dick Green. Second baseman for those World Series teams of the A's. Got another Jose Arcia. So far those have been nice cards, as I've been kind of getting these Padres back-to-back players. Mike Corkins, good centering here again. Real nice. Nelly Bryles. Yeah. I think I always used to save those flavored Tootsie Rolls to the end too with Halloween candy. That was kind of I think they made them back then, unless maybe I'm just thinking of my kids' candy when they get Halloween candy. I think I end up taking their flavored Tootsie Roll stuff. Hopefully they're not watching, but those days are long gone. My wife used to always take the dots out of there, those things that you get at the movie theater. Those are pretty tasty, and the kids always wondered why they got those Tootsie Rolls and dots, and they never ended up with them when they started eating their candy. Anyway, back to the cards. Nice shape on all these. We last time got our fourth Carew. That's our big superstar that we've gotten the most out of. But Humphreys is really nice. Got an Eddie Stroud. Some players that I've looked through here that I have not gotten yet. There's about 5 out of the series 132 I haven't gotten. Gotten at least one of all the stars and superstars, but a lot of them I have just gotten one. And by numbers, I probably should have, on average, 2 of everything at this time. But then again, I've gotten 4 Carews. Couple Santos, so far just one Willie Stargell. So Daryl Knowles, this is a card, I looked this up too, all the ones that there's kind of rare on the PSAs. And this one's not going to grade that high because it's off-centered, but Daryl Knowles, there has been, is it just one? Yeah, just one PSA 9 and no 10s. The highest SGC is an 8.5, but I wouldn't make it there on that one either. Dave McNally here. A playoff card. That must be Brooksy in the back there at third base. Yep. Elrod Hendricks. Some nice cards here. Good centering, good corners. And as you find out, even though they're out of a vending box, nobody's touched them. You know, you still get cards that aren't 100% square in the corners. You know, the centering is always an issue. Chipping can be an issue. This box has really been good there on those black borders. I've not had much trouble with any chipping or much for print marks either, for that matter. Here's a Hall of Famer, Hoyt Wilhelm. I believe this, God, is this my first Hoyt Wilhelm? Not more than one anyway. Nice card. Joe Horner. Yeah, looks like this is my last guy. And this is actually maybe my first baseball watching TV memory. He was the pitcher. And the only reason I remember that is because it would have been 1974. I told my dad, we got to turn the game on to, there's a game and Hank Aaron's about to break the record. So we turned the TV on, and the way I remember it, and I think this is pretty true, that within 5 minutes of turning that TV on, Hank Aaron's up to bat, Al Downing is pitching, and Aaron hits number 715. Run around the bases. He gets tackled by, or not tackled by, but chased by a couple fans. Run out on the field. Gets interviewed afterwards. His mom's down on the field. Just a really cool moment. And I know I had watched some baseball. At least I know a lot the year before too. But the one distinct first memory I have was watching that happen. Was a pretty cool moment. Anyway, let's look at what I was putting out for luck here. They didn't bring me a ton today, but we got, this is the first Hall of Fame class. So 5 guys were in that first class. This is a T206 Ty Cobb. We're getting a little glare here. Yeah, we can cut that. There we go. That's the Piedmont back. Probably like about a good condition, which is what I probably have on most of this stuff from back here. Walter Johnson, this one may be a VG-ish. This is a 1911 Mecca double folder, they called it. And the reason they called it that is because it's a thin card, but you can fold it. And there you get Walter Johnson's battery mate, Gabby Street. This was one of the first sets that showed stats on the back, which is kind of cool. You can see Walter Johnson's not the greatest hitter there, but pitching, he was 25-17 with 313 strikeouts that year. Doesn't show his ERA, but he pitched on not the greatest team. And one of my favorite sets is this T205 set. This is from 1911 as well. It's Christy Mathewson. Another set that showed stats on the back, a little bio. Came in cigarettes. You can see the last 3 years that they show there. He's 37-11, 25-6, and 27-9. Pretty good pitcher. Good screwball pitcher. And then we've got the immortal Babe Ruth. Oh, this looks just like the 33 Gaudy, but it's actually the 34 Worldwide Gum, which is like a Canadian Gaudy. Kind of like OPC now. It's got French. It's got English and then French written on the back. You can say printed in Canada, Worldwide Gum. But cool card. Probably another about good as far as condition goes. I haven't gotten any of these graded. I kind of like these raw and actually handling, but who knows, maybe someday I will. And this one is a Honus Wagner, not the expensive T206 Honus Wagner, but this is a 1909 Dockman and Sons, which came in candy, I think might have come in gum, card of Honus Wagner. It says 50 in there, but I think they actually only made 40 in that set. 10 of them actually never came out. It says baseball gum, so it might have come in gum. But anyway, that's a little preview. I think at some point I might do an actual Hall of Fame series and do them maybe class by class, or there's some small classes, so probably not quite that way, but just since I've got cards, I've got all but 2, I think, of the Hall of Famers. But it'd be kind of fun to maybe just do that. But I'll get through a lot more of these 71s first, before this vending box, before we get to tackle that. So anyway, thanks very much. We'll see you again next time.